Hi there and karibu Tukuza Matunda. Welcome back to this channel. It's been a while since I posted a video on tree tomatoes, and today I want to give an update of where we are with our tree tomato project. And I have not so very good news because, as you can see, when we started this project, I kept on mentioning a number of challenges that we do face here. If you look on the ground, there is our drip irrigation system. But if you take a closer look on this fruit, you'll notice some spots. So I think it's been a while since I posted, but I think the last video that I posted I think it was something about harvesting. I showed you how we do harvest the trees, the fruits, and that must have been earlier or mid-year. So it's December the 24th, and we planted these trees on 5th of December the year 2020, right? If you go back to this channel, you should be able to see the very first video, and I kept on updating you and showed you the progress. But after so we had the year 2021 and the year 2022. So we've just started our third year. So I would say we are like 2 weeks old in the third year. And we have since decided to retire our trees. If you look here, you'll see a fallen soldier. And I like sharing my journey because agribusiness is not about glamour. For me, it's about sharing the truth, and no matter how difficult the journey becomes, I think someone will benefit from honest conversations, and I hope my conversations will inform your decisions when you engage in some of these activities. So if you look around, you can see we have our avocado trees there. This is another one next to a tree tomato tree. But after doing, this is a journey. So we sit back and reflect on how the journey is taking us. And we have just realized that the location we are in poses a lot of challenges, and as a result, it makes it hard for us to continue making a business case out of this venture. So our avocados have done very well, right? They have done very well. The one that we planted alongside these trees, and you can see this is another one there. And also the other crop that has also excelled here is the passion, and as you can see, this is a passion vine. It's full of fruits. You can see a lot of fruits loading, right? But this is not the case with our tree tomato trees. So we have made a deliberate effort that we want to promote, or rather retire some of these trees, and where because we have actually intercropped tree tomatoes with avocados and passion fruits. We add more passion fruits because The cycle that we have experienced this year has not been good. You can see the tree looks okay, right? A lot of flowers. You see, a lot of flowers. So these are some of the trees that we spared. And what we have done is that in between the rows, we have 2 rows between every avocado row. For example, this is an avocado tree. And if you jump these 2 beds, there's another avocado row. So the 2 rows in between the avocado trees, we have decided to remove those tree tomatoes and plant passion fruits. The reason why we decided to go with passion fruits is, number one, passion fruits are growing here effortlessly. You know, I don't know whether that's an English word, but we have noted that the amount of effort that we need for us to grow a passion fruit, right? And the amount of effort that you need to grow a tree tomato, and when you look at the returns on investment, we've realized that we are spending more on growing a kg of tree tomato than growing a kg of passion, and yet the returns on passion is much better than what you get with tree tomatoes. Besides that, I think because this crop was doing very well at some point, we've also noted that the weather pattern here is that every other time, at some point in the year, we have to experience some hailstones. And what these hailstones are doing is that they degrade our fruits. That's why I was showing you some fruits that have some marks, not pretty marks, and that makes it very, very difficult for us to grow, or rather to sell our fruits whenever the fruits are ready. Then the other thing that we're also doing is gooseberry, the Cape gooseberry. Yeah, and they're also growing very well without much effort. And so as a result, we want to focus on what can give us money, and that will also grow without without much hassle. So we are going into the January season. Ideally, that's the dry season. And as you can see, as much as we have been receiving rains here, the trees have been facing a lot of challenges. So from the time, so they were, so sometimes early in the year, after we harvested the fruits that I was showcasing, and that was the first harvest, we had an extended drought period, and we faced a lot of challenges trying to irrigate our tree tomato trees. And as a result, most of these tree tomatoes that had a lot of flowers aborted. After that, the rains came, and we experienced again excess rains. And after the rains came, the fruits again did flower a lot, and they were carrying a lot of fruits. Then another cycle of hailstones came, and all the trees and all the flowers and the fruits all went down, again stripping our trees, and the trees again were left with nothing. So the flowers you're seeing are now the third cycle of flowers that we have seen that has not survived. And now we are heading to the January season, which we pretty much know that being a dry season and the water requirement of this tree, we know that these flowers won't survive the dry season, because as much as we have the drip irrigation here, we do not have enough water to sustain these trees. They require a lot of water. And we've also noted, like, for us to do, if for example we are doing 500 trees of tree tomatoes, that same amount of water that will be used to sustain 500 trees, from our experiment we've learned that we can grow 1,500 passion fruits. So why, and of course the returns cannot also be compared with, there's more demand for passion fruits and they face less challenges here compared to the tree tomatoes. So that is the reason why we have deliberately cut down the number of trees that we have here. So we'll just have a few for our own consumption and for our few customers. But we will be scaling up our passion fruits, and like I've shown you, passion fruit, despite having gone through the same cycle, or rather facing the same challenge of hailstones, they are less affected. In fact, these fruits, you can see they are as clean as you can ever think, and only the leaves are usually affected. The fruit tend to recover very fast whenever there are hailstones here, but that cannot be the same for our tree tomatoes or tamarillos. They are quite delicate, and as a result, we want to grow less of them moving forward. So yes, so the answer here moving forward will be the avocados, the passion fruits, and the gooseberries that I've showed you. So but the few trees that will be left, of course, we'll continue nurturing them. But in terms of doing this, scaling it up, I think we won't be doing that again. So basically, the trees did yield some good amount of fruits. We were able to break even, I would say, but as a result of those challenges, we have just decided to retire most of these trees and replace them with passion fruits. Same infrastructure. So the same drip lines are the ones that we are going to use for the passion fruits. And like I've said, we spend less growing passion fruits than we do on tree tomatoes, and we face less challenges with passion fruits here compared to tree tomatoes, and as a result, that's why we have to make that decision. But it's not that these trees had come to the end of their economic time, or economic timeline, or their lifespan. They still have several years, but we don't have that land to keep them just there, bearing a few fruits that are bruised and all that. We would rather utilize our space with what seems to be giving us money and where we with less challenges in terms of growing them. So we have a lot of firewood here, and yeah, and this is a classic example of what I'm telling you. So the few fruits that survived look like this. You see those marks? Makes it very hard. Even our customers will say that you hear them calling these fruits, iko na muhare. Muhare is a derogatory term, meaning it has, that skin disease that used to affect small boys when they were growing. So you'll hear someone calling this fruit, iko na hiyo muhare. I don't know them. Is it ringworms? Those kind of things. So you don't want to take your crop to the market and someone thinks that you are bringing fruits that have ringworms. So this one can only be best enjoyed by juice makers and a few people who understand that there's nothing wrong with this fruit, but just a bit of scars from hailstones. So yeah, so that's the update with our tree tomatoes. And again, thank you so much for all those who have journeyed with us. I know I have quite a number of people who have really benefited from this channel. I decided to share my journey from the day I planted them, the care that I gave the trees, and as much as one may feel sad when they see these trees down, keep on telling people that this is a business. So at times businesses come with all sort of, hard decisions, from restructuring, from letting staff go. The media, for example, right now is letting go of their very experienced staff. So here we also let go of some of those trees that that are not making a business case. Thank you so much for all the support, all the follow-up, and all the nice things that you continue telling us, and all the feedback and encouragement. And Tukuza Matunda will still be there in the year 2023. And as you can see, that's our passion crop on the boundary there, doing very well. And I'll keep on posting more about our avocado crop and everything else that we are doing on this farm. So remember to like, subscribe, and share this video. Just to wish you a Merry Christmas and a prosperous, happy New Year. Thank you.